Devastating act of terror that shattered New Year's celebrations. A deadly vehicle ramming attack in the historic French Quarter of New Orleans leaves 15 dead and over 30 people wounded. The FBI is investigating potential terrorist connections. The incident, which took place in the early hours of January 1st, marks one of the deadliest attacks on U.S. soil in recent years. Here's more.
A festive New Year's celebration turns into a nightmare. The terror unfolded at 3 a.m. Wednesday in New Orleans, a city known for its vibrant nightlife. A white Ford pickup truck, accelerating dangerously, tore through the heart of the French Quarter. Moments later, the driver, identified as 42-year-old Shamsuddin Bahar Jabbar, was killed in a shootout with police. Shocked eyewitnesses recount the horror.
We could see from our window, because we were staying on the Canal Street side, some of the bodies that were being lined up on there. They had some tarp over there, and it was just scary, and I cried my eyes out, honestly.
A little over midway through this intersection, right, probably 20 yards from where he actually made impact with the people, and there were people everywhere.
Authorities reveal that Jabbar, a U.S. Army veteran from Texas, had loaded the truck with weapons and a possible improvised explosive device. His intent to cause maximum destruction is chilling. FBI agents are working to uncover whether the attacker acted alone or as part of a broader network.
The subject has been identified as 42-year-old Shamsuddin Jabbar, a U.S.-born citizen from Texas. He was driving a Ford pickup truck, which appears to be rented, and we are working to confirm how the subject came in possession of this vehicle. An ISIS flag was located on the trailer hitch of the vehicle, and the FBI is working to determine the subject's potential associations and affiliations with terrorist organizations. Weapons and potential improvised explosive devices, IEDs, were located in the subject's vehicle. Other potential IEDs were also located in the French Quarter.
Speaking from presidential retreat at Camp David, President Joe Biden says the attacker was inspired by ISIS.
The FBI also reported to me that mere hours before the attack, he posted videos on social media indicating that he was inspired by ISIS, expressing a desire to kill. The ISIS flag was found in his vehicle, which he rented to conduct this attack.
This attack isn't an isolated event. Just last month, a vehicle rammed into families at a Christmas market in Magdeburg, Germany, killing 5 and injuring over 200. Similar incidents of turning a vehicle into a weapons has been seen in China, UK and France. Far-right extremists, lone wolf attackers, and those linked to the terror group ISIS have turned vehicles into tools of destruction. Adding to the unease, an explosion involving a Tesla Cybertruck outside the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas occurred on the same day. Elon Musk calls the explosion an act of terrorism. Investigators are exploring potential links between the two incidents.
Yeah, so the question is there any links to ISIS? And I will tell you that we don't have any indication of that here in Las Vegas. No overt ISIS flag as was seen in New Orleans.
As federal agents comb through evidence and interview witnesses, the historic French Quarter stands as a somber reminder of how quickly joy can turn to tragedy in today's uncertain world.
For more on this, we are now being joined by Mark Merowitz, professor at State University of New York Maritime College and a political analyst. He's joining us live from New York. Mark, great to see you. Thank you for joining us. How concerned should the United States and its citizens be about these recent attacks?
Very concerned. We are totally unprepared. And about not being connected, they were connected. They rented the vehicles from the same rental website. Yeah. I mean, what do you need to be Einstein? You need to be a genius to figure this out. This is an organized plan to disrupt this country. And look at the imagery of it. Trump Hotel, Tesla vehicle, which is Musk. And in New Orleans, it's interesting there, they took the barriers down, which were used to protect Bourbon Street. This is planning. This is strategy. And it's really in the lap of our officials in the FBI, Homeland Security, and President Biden have fallen down completely in their responsibility to the American people. And the last point I would say, I can't believe they're going to still have the Sugar Bowl this afternoon with thousands of people in a stadium. I mean, what brilliant, ridiculous decision is this? It makes no sense. And it boggles the mind. It boggles the mind. We're just not facing up to the problem.
It also, now that you brought up the officials, I want to follow up with that. How much is the cultural change at the FBI responsible for missing attacks like this? And also, what was going on in the head of the FBI when they literally saw an ISIS flag on the truck, and the first thing that they said coming out to the American public was that this is not an act of terrorism before changing their minds and saying that it is? Why does this keep happening?
As a college professor, I give them an F. I mean, you can't get a passing grade for such a complete failure. And first of all, why would you go out and make that statement to the American people? I think there's a very big picture here also. And that is, by the way, number one, very weird that this guy's a veteran with military training. I don't know what it all means. They're saying that they're getting some information on the guy, the person, whoever it is in Las Vegas. There's a definite thinking behind this. You know, we've got to stop, just putting our heads in the sand here. And by the way, about the FBI and Homeland Security, the guy was posting on social media what he intended to do. Doesn't anybody who are supposed to protect us looking at this thing and trying to figure out who these people are? I mean, I just think we are in a very dangerous time. And I think also the timing was deliberate between Biden going out of office and Trump coming in. You can't overlook all the connecting dots here, which are very, very disturbing.
Very disturbing indeed. Mark, there is a lot more always to talk to you with. I'm out of time for now. Thank you so much for joining us, and I'll speak to you again very soon. Thanks for that.
Look forward to it.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.